Okay, what's up, church? You guys know that I agreed to do my Wednesday 12 noon Q&A with Bishop Tai, but it's late again, and there's a reason why it's late, and I don't want to go through with the craziness that happened with my ex-husband. So you guys know that I'm very transparent and I'm very honest. And so you see the title of the video, and yes, I am single once again. Well, I can't even say I'm single once again because I think where I went wrong was, like my best friend and sister Shanice said, Tai, you went from a decade of being married and going right into your next relationship, and you never got to learn how to be single, enjoy being single, find yourself again. And so, yeah, your first G and I have decided to part ways. And one thing I will say is that your first G really didn't do anything wrong. I will raise my hand and tell everybody that I'm at fault this time. Now, unlike my past marriage and the issues with my ex-husband, you guys know that I really didn't take too much fault or blame for that. But I will say that I'm at fault, and I'm at fault in the demise of this relationship because of the fact that I brought too much baggage from my past relationship into my new. So, and the interesting thing is, it's not, I guess, baggage from the aspect of not having necessarily healed from my past marriage, because I feel like the baggage that I brought in, I probably will still have to battle, fight, and or sometimes struggle with it. So the baggage I brought into this new relationship was depression, anxiety, suicidal ideation, and you guys already know that your first G did initially help me out with that. I tried to commit suicide in about February 25th or 24th of this year, and your first G was there to help me. He's been a big support for me during this divorce process and trying to gain some great mental health. But at some point in time, depression, anxiety, and suicide ideation being placed on a partner and a new partner can be too much. So the demise of my relationship is my fault. It's my fault. I wish, and I should have been mature enough to know that I needed to take some time before going into my next relationship. And the thing about it is, I have a really good heart. I always am rooting for people and wanting to uplift people. And so I just feel like I'm wrong in this because I know that it's difficult to live with me. Like, I grew up, unless you grew up how I grew up, it's probably hard for the majority of people to even live with me because I'm very anal. I have OCD. Things have to be a certain way. And for people who may not have who were not raised that way, it could probably be a nag and a pain and a drain. And so, like, I didn't grow up with like eating in your bedroom and then leaving food in the bedroom and just things like that. Just various things that I might come across as picking and nagging. I just wasn't raised that way. So, I want you guys to still show love to your first G, reach out to him, but we have both agreed to part ways. What I will say is I am in a great space because I have grown so much over the past 8 months with having had your first G, Michael Hurd, by my side. My temper has become less severe. I'm recognizing more of my flaws. And so I'm really appreciative for him having been in my life, but we definitely decided to part ways. And as I was saying before I got sidetracked, I'm very happy because the separation and or breakup was very peaceful. It was very respectful. It was calm. There was no cursing. There was no arguing. There was no yelling. Now, there had been some stuff in the past, my God, and at some point, but the actual moment where I decided that this just is just not going to work, it happened very peacefully and respectfully. And I was proud of myself because things that I even did in my previous relationship with trying to end it, I did not do. And I wanted to do this live because I also have to apologize to the church. I gotta apologize to you guys because I brought you guys on this journey with me, and I think it was irresponsible with allowing you guys to have to see me transition from one relationship to the next. And a lot of you guys were out there concerned and worried about me and was giving me great advice, but all I could see and focus on was love. And I think that's my fear with being single, is that I went from Corey to Michael because I feel like my life is supposed to be about children and family and just doing things to build a family. And when you're single, you're not really doing things to build a family. So yeah, I definitely will say that I rushed into that. But I'm so thankful that I have you guys who have chosen to always uplift me, support me. But again, I owe you guys a big apology because I took you on a journey, and some of it was good, some of it was bad. I even can think back to the video with the recap of Pose and how I began to respond to your first G. And even then, a lot of you guys didn't judge me. You knew that something was happening, something was going on. So I appreciate you guys for just not thinking I'm this evil bitch and that I'm doing to Michael what I did to Corey. This situation is completely different than the Corey situation, which is why I have no problem coming on live and informing you guys that I am at fault. This is all my fault. And yeah, so that's about it. As far as like recaps and videos, I'm going to try to get back into doing those because you guys already are aware that at some point I did do recaps by myself, so I am capable, but it's a lot with me, my divorce being finalized this month, closing the salon, transitioning from New Jersey to Atlanta, and originally I was transitioning for a man, for Michael Hurd, for your first G, but I've gained so much with moving here, with connections and meeting people, and also just learning myself. So I will never regret or feel bad about my decisions of leaving New Jersey and closing the salon and moving here. But I'm very thankful that I'm just in this space because I think so many people expected me to, if this relationship ended, to be depressed and suicidal. And I know that I have grown, and I'm just happy that I can be an example for so many of you out there, because while it could have been easy for me to want to commit suicide because of another failed relationship, I don't have a bone in my body that has a desire for suicide at this particular moment. So I just want to continuously uplift and support people who suffer from suicidal ideation and depression and anxiety, because you'll have good days, you'll have bad days, but I'm just so thankful that I'm at a point in my life where something traumatic can occur and it doesn't make me want to take my life. So that's where I am. But in addition to all that's going on, my grandfather is back in the hospital. So after this live is done, I will be going to the hospital to meet my grandfather. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. I'm crying because it's disappointing, but I'm not depressed, I'm not suicidal, and I don't really have any anxiety. I'm concerned about where my life is going to go, what I'm going to do next. just as anyone would, but I lived my life so much of planning and trying to prepare and saving and being ahead of everything. And I think what the universe and or God is just trying to tell me that I have to begin to live in the moment and also remember to not forget about myself. Because one thing that I did that was just so wrong with this relationship, just as I did at my last, was I put too much hope and love and I just put too much on the other person. I put the other person on a pedestal. I did it with my ex-husband. I did it with Michael. And I always happen to forget about myself. You guys see that we did, you know, Mike and Tai Boutique. Then it's Mike and Tai on YouTube. I put his name before mine to uplift him, to recognize him as, you know, being my leader. And I just have to learn to be okay with me and it just being me by myself. And I know that at this point, I'm not even really concerned about a relationship. I'm gonna focus on me and just learn to be okay with me being by myself, me getting to know myself more. And I'm just so thankful for my support system, my Aunt Vel, my friend and brother Dwight, my sister Shanice. Like, they have always had my best interest at heart. My Aunt Roz. I just appreciate you guys so much because you allowed me to go through this journey, even with moving to Atlanta, even with, you know, trying to give another relationship a chance so soon. You guys supported me in my decisions. Even if you thought it may have been too soon, you allowed me to go on a journey that I needed to take. And I'm just overwhelmed because I have an amazing support system, and I know that everything's gonna be okay. And as far as just YouTube, I want you guys to be patient. I will try to do recaps on things when that occurs and if I feel comfortable, and maybe I won't, but I will give you guys some kind of video every week. I've become more comfortable with going live, so I will still commit to doing my live every week. And yeah, the live just kind of removes some of the responsibility of like editing videos and putting lower thirds and openings and so on and so forth. So I will definitely still commit to doing those. But I thank you guys so much. I thank you guys so much just for all of the kind words. I can't even look at the comments because I know you guys have always been supportive. So I just appreciate you so much. I appreciate you guys a lot. And just to, I guess, close out the live so I can go be with my grandfather. Again, I want to apologize to Michael Hurd for putting the weight of my issues and relationship and depression on you. He definitely tried his best, and he definitely has been a support, but I just apologize because Michael didn't deserve me trying to put him in a place where Corey left off, and he also didn't deserve me putting the weight of the way that I live and all of that on him, just because my ex-husband failed and went off and did what he did. So I apologize to Michael. I apologize to you guys for giving you guys, I guess, false hope on something without me making sure that it was something solid. So I apologize for putting the relationship before you. I just apologize. I just want to own whatever I did wrong to anybody. If I ever came across like I emasculated Michael, I apologize. I just want to make sure that in whatever I do, if I am wrong, that I own my wrong and my mistakes. So I love you guys. This live has been more emotional than I expected it to be because I really am in an okay and in a safe space, but it's just so much on me and at the moment. But just know that I am good. So all of your love and prayers, I accept and I appreciate. And as I said, I have to leave to go see my grandfather. So again, I love you all and I appreciate you all for the enormous amount of comments and love. And that's it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.